What's up, y'all? It's Aaron, your boy. I'm on here doing interviews, my segments with my peoples, and we are here with my man, Nasir. Right?
Yeah, it's pronounced Nasir. Call me Nas.
We call him Nas, man. I always call him Nas, but I wanted to be, correct in saying it. This is my man. We've been smoking together since we was at the Wooden Indian. But right now we are highlighting Lighted Up Cigar Lounge in Clifton Heights, Pennsylvania. And I wanted to pull my man in just to have some quick conversation about cigars. I know that he has a pretty vast knowledge of cigars, and so I'm going to bug him with a few questions.
I don't call myself a vast knowledge. I'm more like I don't have your expertise. I'm more of a cigar explorer.
No, you have vast knowledge. So right now, what are you smoking?
This is a Byron Reserva 4 Años.
Okay. And as y'all can see, I'm smoking a Undercrown shade. Okay, so how long have you been smoking?
I don't know, since about, man, you talk about maybe since 1990.
Oh wow, you've been smoking for a long time.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Regular smoker, or like you started then?
I kind of started out smoking a pipe. Mm-hmm. And then, my adventures in the Middle East, I started smoking shisha.
Okay.
Or I guess they call it here a hookah.
Right.
And then, I moved over to cigars. And I pretty much started out smoking the Macanudo when it was Jamaican. Oh. And then we moved over to the Ashton. I kind of like roll with the Ashton until, I guess when your palate develops, because the Ashton was a great taste and a great smelling cigar, but it was light. So, my buddy introduced me to some Honduran cigars. They were stronger, more full body. I kind of liked it. And I started going over to stuff like Rocky Patel, San Cristobal, my father's, and then eventually over to the bigger, smokes like Padron and Steve Saka, that type of.
Okay. Now, as far as Steve Saka, he's definitely an underrated cigar blender, in my opinion.
Oh,
right? Like, I mean, he shouldn't be, because his cigars are great.
Man,
like the Muestra de Saka, I love that cigar.
I smoke Steve Saka cigars, and in my opinion, it's one of the finest cigars I've ever smoked. I can't say in the world, because like I said, I haven't smoked everything in the world, but
that's true.
I smoked the Sin Compromiso. Man, that blew me away.
Love the Sin Compromiso.
Oh man, I like that better than Padron. The 1964. No, absolutely, I like it better.
You can't say that.
I did. It's subjective. Everybody has a different palate. I enjoyed that, man. It's just like, when you get a cigar and not only is it taste, that cocoa notes, you get the cocoa notes, and you get this great aroma when you're in a room by yourself smoking that San Compromiso. It's just great. I can't say enough about it.
Now, the funny thing is, every time that I'm on here, I do usually rag on anyone that says the ridiculous flavor notes that they have. Now, cocoa, coffee, chocolates, I can dig it.
Right.
But when I can't stand when people say, "Oh, I taste nutmeg and blueberry." Like, come on, man.
I can't. Well, let me say this. A palate. It's so hard. I mean, for me, smoking cigars, it really, man, it's almost like you got to be in a certain type of room. Can't be too many odors in the room.
That's true.
To get the full flavor. It's like, some days you just don't get what you want from the cigar.
Right.
And some days the stars align right. The humidity's right. And you don't burn it. Because a lot of times we burn the cigar, and a lot of that stuff, we don't get the flavor till like halfway up because we burned it.
That is the truth.
But, those cocoa nuts from that usually come from a Cameroon wrapper.
Okay.
That's like my flavor.
That's what you like the most.
Yeah, now, I recently smoked a Cuban blended cigar, and I must admit, that's a very tasty cigar.
Cubans? See, yeah, you like the you like
No,
the
you
taste
get that.
more.
It's
Yeah,
unique
yeah,
because
yeah.
I never smoked the Cuban cigar, and I smoked the first Cuban derivative, which is the Atabey,
Okay.
and you get the butter. It's like butter, but then you get those peanuts, that peanut flavor. That's I never had that before.
Okay.
And I was like, wow. And then there's another cigar that's a unique flavor that I have in my little case, which is J.C. Newman. Shout out to J.C. Newman.
Okay.
They made the American. It's an American Puro with I think it's from the Florida Sun Grown
Okay.
wrapper, the Connecticut Broadleaf, and Lancaster Kelly filler, and that has like raisin like brandy taste.
Raisin and
Yeah, it's
brandy.
crazy. Yeah, it's I mean, you can get so many different flavors from these cigars once you get your palate, you're able to develop it. But like I said, consistently, it's hard to enjoy that. Every cigar is not going to be the same smoke every time. Sometimes I'm giving you the highlights of when I smoked them.
Right.
And then like this Rocky Patel, which is like a box of chocolate.
Right.
You never know what you're going to get with Rocky.
Ugh. I'm not a fan
but-
of Rockies.
You know what? It's either like just the best thing I ever had, or it's like, what the hell is this? It tastes like you just tasting a paper bag.
Exactly.
But
exactly.
one cigar he put out that I just have to call out, and that's called the Grand Reserve.
Okay.
That
No,
Grand
Grand
Reserve.
Reserve is a good cigar.
Well, no,
It
he's
is
got
a good
two. He's
cigar.
got two.
Yeah.
He's got the ALR, Age Limit Reserve, which is very, very solid, good
don't mind
cigar.
the ALR.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
that Grand Reserve, man, I tasted cream and the fruit. That's the first time I ever tasted fruit. Can you believe that?
Come on, man.
I was in the
You
Indian.
making
I was
this up.
smoking a Gordo. No, it blew my mind. It was because, like I said, I'm an explorer. That's the first time I experienced something like that. That was like the best cigar I ever smoked in my life.
No way.
It was. I was like, wow. So I asked the guy, Dan, I was like, what the hell's going on? I don't understand. That thing, man, that was a great cigar. You got the cream, and then you got that some type of fruity taste in there. And it was the cream was more pronounced, but the fruit was subtle, and I was like, whoa.
See, now I wonder if you are getting more of these notes than most because of the fact that
It depends on
you
Rocky.
don't drink.
Right. Now, well, some people saying drink brings out the flavor.
Right, that's what I thought.
I don't drink, so I couldn't tell you, but I know
Okay.
coffee,
Right.
if you're smoking something like a Cameroon, that helps. But when I was smoking the Rocky Patel Grand Reserve, I got a creamy fruit, and I haven't smoked any cigar that gave me that flavor
Creamy
since.
fruit.
And it was very complex.
This sounds crazy.
I know, right?
It sounds like
I was
dessert. It doesn't sound like a cigar.
I was tripping. It was like a strawberry fruitcake almost. It was like
Wow.
that. And when you experience that from a cigar, I mean, people, granted, you're smoking, this is tobacco.
Right.
I mean,
Exactly.
you have to be a hell of a blender to get that type
Get that kind of flavor out of it.
And people, they smoke these fat bottom Bettys and all these
Flavored
acids and
cigars.
I don't get it.
infused,
I don't
yeah.
get it. I'm like, well, what are you trying to do?
What are you trying to get out of it?
I
I don't get that neither. That's ugh.
I don't understand. Like, I do get the Java.
Right.
But anybody smokes cigars, I would tell you, you got to kind of work up to it. It doesn't come,
right away.
Right
Yeah,
away.
It's something that takes a few
Yeah.
years to get that palate developed that way.
And
yeah.
you do something I can't do. I try and I messed it up. You retrohale.
Yes. I was
And
just
then-
about to ask you.
yeah,
that.
I
You
cannot
retrohale.
retrohale.
And you get all of those
tried,
notes
I
on no
tried.
retrohale?
No, well, I take it in, I let it sit. I don't even take it to the bronchus.
Okay.
So a lot of people, they take it to the bronchus.
to the
That's
bronchus,
usually
that's a
to the
fact.
bronchus, right? I take it to like the back, right around the uvula.
Okay.
That's the little, divider in the throat.
Yeah.
I kind of hold it in, and I try to get a little bit of aroma, and I let it come out. And then, I just chill with it in my mouth, and just like kind of let it happen.
All
let
of
it
this,
come to
you
me.
got to be careful how you say this.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah. Hold on, no homo. No homo. But you just let the cigar, you just let it sit there, And you know the flavor's gonna come off the wrapper. It's really. I'm telling you, I don't do. It doesn't happen all the time with these cigars. I mean, even if this is a bar, it's expensive. Sometimes you gotta let them sit in your humidor for a while. It can be very frustrating.
Right.
I don't think people understand.
They don't understand that.
How frustrating smoking when you're not getting what you want out of a very good cigar.
And this is why I wanted to bring Nas on to talk with me, because just like me, which I love, he's one of the few smokers that I smoke with that are cigar geeks. That's what I call us when we just totally dive into every facet of the cigar. It's not just about the surface understanding that you're smoking. I mean, we all get that, but it's the depth.
It's the whole experience.
Yes, the whole experience.
That smell is part of it. You know, and then you get, some of these cigars are very strong.
Right.
They give you a buzz like, you know,
a buzz. You feel nauseous.
That's
headaches.
nicotine sickness. Gotta get some sugar and caffeine.
Yep. Gotta have some sugar. Gotta have some caffeine. Such as Emperor's Cut and Definition Cigars.
Absolutely.
Would you give those a try and add them to your journey, or
absolutely.
Okay.
I smoke Emperor's
Even
Cut.
Drunken Chicken. not the swollen chicken.
Oh, okay.
The Drunken Chicken.
All
It's a lady down in Maryland. Shout outs. I can't get your name. I'm sorry, but she makes them down in Maryland.
Okay, so yes, I did try Emperor's Cut.
Okay.
And what was the other DC?
The Definition Cigars.
Definition Cigars. Definition was okay, but the one that impressed me the most, that I put up there with Jay London.
Oh wow.
Was Rooster Smokehouse, the Genius.
Rooster Smokehouse, the Genius.
That thing blew me away.
Oh,
I mean, it blew me away. It was up there with Jay London. And Jay London's butter.
Right.
That's just butter.
Right.
Smooth and creamy. It was a joy from lighting it to the beginning, all the way down to the very. I almost burned my fingers. You know, it was just a joy. So that was a pleasant surprise for me. It's called Rooster Smokehouse, the Genius. That's the name of the cigar.
Okay.
Now, two of your guys smoked, Ray and two other guys. I think Malik.
Okay.
They didn't like the other two they got. I got lucky.
You got lucky. Okay.
I got lucky.
So
I got
maybe it was
Genius.
a hit or miss one.
I don't
they got
know.
different.
They got different blends.
it wasn't the
I
Genius.
got the Genius.
Okay.
They went for the stronger, and Lawrence gave me what was left. What was the light? The light to medium body cigar, and man, that was.
And it was good. It was flavored.
Yeah, it was.
But
real,
just didn't have like a super punch in it, as far as pepper, as far as.
There was no pepper. I mean, it was smooth. It was butter. It's just like. It's up there with Jay London. You spoke to Jay London. Yeah. It's up there with that.
Wow.
I know, and you talk about half the price.
Claim.
I know it was blowing my mind, because usually to get a stick like Jay London, you're gonna shell out $20.
Yeah, at least to
get that type of experience, or the American, which is light to medium body. But man, that was a great cigar, and that's a black-owned company. They're coming on for a roll and taste.
Oh yeah, that's right. They're coming up. They are coming up.
You'll get to try that.
Right.
You'll get to try the Genius.
I'll definitely
and once again, it could be like the Rockies. It could be like the box of chocolates.
Yeah. Well, one is.
You gotta warn people about that. Let them know. Listen,
hey, what he's saying is 100% true.
Man, you know when I first found that out with the Andalusian Bull.
We're not gonna talk about the Andalusian Bull.
First time I smoked it, I was like, oh my God, this is the greatest cigar I ever made.
Right.
The next one I smoked was like, oh, this is a little different experience.
Man, I didn't like them from jump, but I do understand where you're coming from. That it's sometimes
they're hit or miss, man.
Hit or miss.
It's quality control. The great cigar. That's why people love Padron. They love the Ligas because, man, rarely do you smoke a bad Liga.
Exactly. That's true. That is true.
You know,
that is true. Now, as far as anything else, do you have anything else going on as far as anything business related towards cigars, towards your personal things, anything?
No, you know, man, we
just
need
to follow.
No, right now we're not doing anything on social media. We're just chilling back. Got to take care of the family, but I'm gonna be following you and your efforts as you start what they say proselytizing
proselytizing
the cigar culture. So I'm gonna be supporting guys like yourself who, evangelical
I like
on the cigar. No, because it's a better habit than smoking cigarettes. I like a hookah. You smoke the
Yeah.
hookah.
Yes, indeed.
Some people don't get it.
Right.
But man,
Hookah's
no,
great.
it's a great flavor.
Hookah is great.
That's a great flavor.
Hookah is great. It just
Yeah.
would make me racy. Like when I was smoking a hookah, I'd be like, oh wow, like I'm ready to go to a party now. At least that's how it was with me.
Well, you inhale a little too
I'm
much.
in here, I'm bringing it all in.
Yeah, for all you kids out there, say no to lung cancer.
Right.
Enjoy the flavor. That's you're taking a lot of tobacco in.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
You're gonna come out with you're gonna have lungs like a coal mine if you smoke
don't say that.
If you inhale too much.
Come on, you don't want to scare them away, man.
Don't inhale. You'll get the flavor without inhale, and you'll get enough nicotine to give you a buzz.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
That's a fact. And if you put wine in the bottom instead of water, that's great too.
Yeah, you'll get the flavor, but then you
get
might
the flavor. That's
well, if you really want flavor, you might as well just put some Kool-Aid in the
soda
bottom.
in there.
Yeah,
Kool-Aid.
it's gonna be. But if you're smoking the best tobacco for hookah, Starbuzz.
Yeah, Starbuzz.
Is
Definitely.
And there's another company. They got Apple. And their apple's really good.
I don't know, but this ain't hookah, man. We talking about cigars.
We talking cigars. Like I said, if you're starting out cigars, I would start with the Ashen because the quality control is there, and you don't want to get turned off by it.
Right.
But you're going to get disappointed in you're going to smoke very good cigars that you're going to buy a box of, and you might enjoy what? A box of 20, you might enjoy 7, 10.
maybe 9 if you're lucky. And then
you're talking about $25, $30 a cigar.
Yeah, easily.
Yeah,
Easily.
so you're like, what the hell?
Yes, indeed.
It's just that's what happens when you buy a hand rolled product. I mean,
Right. The control of it may just be not that good. Sometimes they aren't.
The quality of cigars are great. I mean, the great tobacco, the great wrapper. But if you want consistency, I can say it all day long. 3 best consistent cigars I ever smoked in my life. Padron. I think Padron is number one.
Definitely give you that one.
I mean, I've had bad Padrones, but you talk about 4 out of
rare.
4 out of 100.
Very rare.
And then Steve Saka, and then Liga.
Liga Privada, yeah. I'll definitely give you Liga and Padron.
They're very consistent.
Yeah, they're definitely consistent.
I mean, and if you're because you get the value.
Exactly.
You need to get the value for your money. So.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're gonna end it there. I definitely appreciate Nas for being on. Definitely giving you guys a whole lot of information. And whenever you got time, wherever you at in the world, come on down here to Light It Up Cigars. Meet Nas. He'll definitely give you a whole lot of information. He'll probably talk trash to you about sports too, because he's a big sports nut.
Well, I'm not a sport. I'm a cursed Philadelphia fan.
Yes.
So it's not like I'm a fan of sports, but unfortunately I'm a Philadelphia fan.
Yes. So he will talk trash.
That's a lot of suffering.
Super trash to you.
No, I'm suffering. That's suffering. Philadelphia sports fans, we suffer. We suffer our team.
You can't get them to commiserate with you, no.
Yeah, I mean, if you're coming from winning cities, we hate you. But it is what it is, man. We're stuck.
Yo, hilarious. All right, y'all. So definitely stay tuned. Make sure you comment, like, share, and subscribe. Give us information on next shows that y'all want to see. I'm going to give y'all, definitely a walkthrough of the lounge so y'all can see everything that's going on in here. It's really cool. They got pool table in here. You know what I'm saying? Good selection of cigars. Nice lounging areas, like 3 different lounge areas. So it's definitely, actually it's like 4. So it's like a lot of fun. It's BYOB here.
Yes,
if you do participate in, drinking of the spirits.
And we got Dre who comes by and makes his own, what is that? His own whiskey or scotch?
Yeah, John.
Everybody talks about Dre's.
Oh, Dre.
Yeah,
Andre.
Andre.
Andre. Yeah.
Very interesting guy.
Definitely, yeah.
He make
definitely.
So come on down. It's a lot of black male catharsis going on.
Definitely.
We vibe, we network, we support each other.
That's a fact.
We hang out, and it's just a good time.
That's a fact. That's a fact. So y'all guys stay tuned. We got some more coming for y'all. We'll see you later. Make sure you put some smoke in the air.
Boy, your business. Gonna get on some just real chill shit.